Let's visit the SSSrocketry.com website to find out which parks will be on our tour. The Superstition Space Modeling Society, SSS, has secured some sites for us to launch model rockets in, and they've listed them on their website. So if you go to their homepage, click on Launch Information, City Parks, you will find a list of parks in which we can launch model rockets. First listing here, City of Phoenix. 8 parks that allow flying model rockets using A or B size motors only, and here's the list. We'll visit each of these places and explore each one from overhead with dimensions. I'll launch a rocket at each one to show you how that works out. On this site, you can click on the green button to show the field. On my tour videos, we'll explore each of these and look at dimensions and how much recovery area we have and launch area and where they're located in town and all of that good stuff. You can also look at the park's website, city codes if you need to. One thing, well, let's go down to city of Gilbert, and you can apply a lot of these to the city of Phoenix. The first thing they note here is the National Association of Rocketry, or NAR, safety code is to be observed. They are familiar with that and expect us as Rocketeers to abide by it. Rocket motors size E or larger are banned from City of Gilbert parks. You can count that in for City of Phoenix as well. Rockets larger than 16 ounces are banned. And we do have a few locations where we can launch C&D motor rockets in Gilbert. Freestone Park, Crossroads Park, Nichols Park, and the Gilbert Youth Soccer Complex. So those are those places you can do C&D motors. All of the rest are 13 millimeter and 18 millimeter A and B motors only. Adhering to that will help the cause. Again, we need to be stewards of this hobby and abide by the codes that we've been given so we can continue to do this, because it doesn't take long for a city to get tired of people not adhering to a code like this before they just don't want to deal with it anymore and shut it all down. City of Chandler has one park listed, Mesquite Groves Park. This one you need a permit for. So that one when we tour that site, I will talk about how to secure a permit, because that would be worth the effort. This location is pretty nice for launching rockets and a good recovery area. So we'll show you how to do that as well. So this site, become familiar with, you can actually print this page and it will give you an easily printable sheet that you can carry around with you. And if you decide you want to explore some of these parks, plug them into your GPS and off you go. But let's take a look at the launch site dimensions sheet that Estes has put together based on the NAR safety code. We'll be looking at launch site dimensions in each individual video that I do. And this, if you're not familiar with this gives you a really good idea of the size of a field you need depending on the motor type you're going to use. So at the bottom here, you'll see a 50 by 50 square lot. You're going to need a half A type engine, 200-foot altitude, if you want to recover your rocket successfully. Anything larger, and you stand a chance of that thing recovering outside. Your 50 by 50 lot could be surrounded by trees or houses or places where you're not allowed to trespass. As you can see, the bigger the lot, the bigger the size of the motor, all the way up to 500 by 500 D-type engine rockets. We're going to look at some parks that are bigger, as big or bigger than 500 by 500 feet, but city ordinances require that D and C motors are not used. And then we'll look at some lots that you can use C and D motors on.